Hi lovely booktubers, I'm Debs. Welcome back to my channel, Raina Read Stuff. It's the beginning of September. I think it might be the 5th of September today. So what better time to talk about October? Last year, the wonderful MJ created an event called Occult Detective October. And I hadn't quite appreciated how much I would enjoy this. This year, she's asked me to be one of the co-hosts. There's quite a few of us. I'll list them down below. And I am delighted, more than delighted, because it means that I get to talk to you about all these wonderful occult detective books. Now, there isn't a bingo card or a huge number of prompts. There's one prompt per week for this event, which runs throughout October. And there is a wealth of stuff that you could look at for this event. It could be quite gruesome. It could be cozy. I'm going to share a couple. I've been trawling through my Kindle, Google Play, bookshelves, and come up with a few. Way too many for me to actually read through Occult Detective October. But I'll give it a good go. So, to start with, the weekly prompts. The first week is a book that was written pre-1960s. The second week's prompt is post-1960s. Week 3 is to read a book that includes a diverse character or is written by a diverse author. Week 4, anything goes. The choice is yours. So, where shall we start? Let's start with one of my absolute favourite series. Those of you who've been subscribed to this channel for a long time you might remember that I bought a book entitled The Rivers of London by Ben Aranovich, thinking it was about the rivers of London. It turned out to be an occult detective story, which is great because it was really good fun. I then went and bought a book about the rivers of London, but that's neither here nor there. Ben Aranovich writes about a London that includes mystery and mysterious characters. And there is a small branch of the police force who deal with crimes that involve the occult, the crossover between crimes committed in the mortal world, but by, perhaps, some mysterious characters. I've now read 5 of these books, which starts with, the series is called The Rivers of London. The first book is called The Rivers of London. I still have The Hanging Tree, a couple of the characters in here are the rivers of London. So you have Mother Thames and her daughters, and you also have Father Thames and his sons. I also have Lies Sleeping, and I have a Rivers of London novella called The October Man. I'm going to put those up there. Now, also in hard copy, I have some books that will count for the pre-1960s, because the Aranovich ones were written, I think, in the 90s. Dennis Wheatley's The Devil Rides Out, pre-1960. The Satanist was actually 1960. So they're both, you can see at the top, a black magic story. Very entertaining. This one, I'm not actually sure because I haven't read it, but it sounds as though it will fit the bill. Witch Bottle by Tom Fletcher. And it says, the easy monotony of Daniel's job demands nothing from him other than dealing with unreasonable customer demands and the vagaries of his enigmatic boss. But things are changing. Daniel started having nightmares, seeing things that can't possibly be there, like the emaciated giant, which is so real, he swears he could touch it if he dared, or the ghost of a man with a black bag over his head. It's not just at night bad things are happening either, or just to him. People are uneasy, seeking unlikely solutions like witch bottles, protective wards to keep harm at bay. But not everybody's happy to find the locals meddling with witch bottles. Things are about to get very unpleasant. Sounds as though it could fit the bill, doesn't it? Now, I have far more of these on ebook. So, let's go to my shelves, and my Occult Detective shelf includes 25 books. Look at these. Lovely books. Among them we have things like Carnacki the Ghost Finder by William Hope Hodgson. I read that last year. It's good. I like it. I like it a lot. H.P. Lovecraft is in here too. But then we also have things like The Deadly Detective Agency, which is by Anne Parker and won't come up on my screen. Oh, there we go. The Abigail Summers Cozy Mystery Series. Also, I read last year something called Beyond the Grave by R.W. Wallace, and that was really good. And that was about a police officer who was a ghost, and the ghost from the neighbouring grave, who was just called Clotilde, and she just had her name on the grave. The graves are moved, and a police officer who is investigating cases of missing women carts both of the bodies off to the morgue. Now, by a quirk of the imagination, if somebody has a bone of a body, the ghost can follow that person. And our police officer slips a finger bone of the bodies into her pocket. So they can now follow her about and suggest things to her. I really enjoyed this book. I thought it was great fun. So I now have the 3 follow-up stories, the 3 follow-up books by R.W. Wallace, Piercing the Veil, Beneath the Surface, and Unveiling the Past, because their story isn't finished. I have something called Brain Eater Jones. Brain Eater Jones is by Stephen, oh, his name's gone, Stephen Kozaniewski. Brain Eater Jones is a zombie. but he can't remember how he got to be a zombie. He's also a bit of a detective. He's going to try and solve his own murder. Just sounds like fun. Now, apart from those, in my Kindle reader, I have more. I have some mega packs. Now, if you're a member of Kindle Unlimited, or I think even if you're not, the mega packs are a really good way of getting a group of books very cheaply. So I've got the Occult Detective mega pack, which includes 29 classic stories, and I think cost me 79p. I have E. E. Hoffman Price's Pierre d'Artois, Occult Detective, 20 classic stories. I think that cost me 39p. I've got an anthology of late Victorian investigators of the paranormal. It's called Occult Detectives. It's edited by Ozzy Turner. That one wasn't very much either. I mean, I pay pence for these. I don't pay pounds for them. And then I have a book called Cinder and Smoke, an occult detective story by Antonio Urias. You can also get on Kindle Unlimited a load of the occult detective magazines, which are packed with spooky stuff. So, doesn't have to be scary, can be cozy, doesn't actually have to be a detective. It can be, as long as there's an investigation that takes place, it doesn't matter whether the investigator is a detective or, in fact, a zombie. You choose. It's a load of fun, and I hope you'll join us. I'll put all the information down below. Um, Check out the other channels, particularly MJ's. I'm sure you'll be seeing quite a few announcement videos coming up over the next couple of days. So have a look, see if there's anything you fancy, and join in. It's fun. That's all for now. I shall speak to you soon. Thank you very much for popping by. Bye for now.